So my guest joining me virtually this morning, Mr. Ajuwon, he's going to join us via Zoom. So welcome to Market Insights this morning, sir.
Good morning, my sister, Loveline, and I'm happy to be here this morning, to be on your platform, um, as usual. Thank you for having me this morning.
I'm glad you're on the program. My name is Lovina, by the way.
I'm sorry about that. Okay, pleased to meet you, Lovina.
Okay, so now what are the biggest challenges facing Nigeria's agricultural revolution?
The greatest challenge facing agricultural revolution in Nigeria as of today is insecurity. So insecurity is number one. There are other, small challenges like the dearth of infrastructure, especially the road network in Nigeria, and also the availability of credit facilities that actually suits the agricultural needs of farmers is still not that well defined to meet the needs of the farmer. So those are the critical issues that is limiting, the thriving of agricultural sector in Nigeria.
But recently, our president and the federal government has put some initiatives to curb these issues. For example, he has also approved the use of state police and also forest rangers in different states to protect farmers on their farmlands. So, and I'm sure you've also noticed in recent times, we haven't been hearing the news of an increase in attacks on farmers while they're on their farmlands. So I would say that it has been greatly reduced in recent times because, and apart from that, we've been seeing more infrastructure from the government. Okay, the ongoing Lagos to Calabar road, which is currently ongoing, and then apart from that, there are also other things the government has put in place and improvements in mechanization of farming. The government has also increased the number of tractors. Some state governors too have also increased their numbers of tractors, donated them to farmers on their farmlands. So I believe that with these things like this can also help farmers, and it can also help to improve our food production in the country. So what are your thoughts on this, Doctor?
Honestly, the government has been doing beautifully well that, they need to be commended, especially in the area of insecurity and the road infrastructure. If you remember well, this current government, they are not only looking at roads, land transport. They've created the blue economy, and a lot is also going on water transportation. All these are good developments, and they are not things that can be achieved, overnight. It's a process, and so far so good. A lot of good things is happening in Nigeria. Though so many people cannot see it, but those that can see into future will definitely know that a lot of good things is happening in Nigeria that will benefit Nigerians as a whole, the economy. When we look at the insecurity, we might still not agree that the insecurity has reduced, but the truth is this: a lot of work is going on, both dialogue as well as to ensure that all the security apparatus in the country actually sits to ensure that the duty, the assignment given to them is actually, properly accomplished. So a lot is going on. A lot is really going on. And, like you've mentioned, the idea of having state police, that's, an area where which, government is working on to ensure that, the security of all Nigerians, not only the farmers, are well, ensured. Then on the issue of infrastructure, likewise, you can see, you mentioned it, the Lagos-Calabar road. There is also the Sokoto-Badagry road. The the president has already given, his willingness that, the Minister of Works should start the necessary process, to know the costing and all those things before they can embark on the project. But so anyhow you look at it, whether it has started or not, the issue is, the government, the president has given his a supporting will towards embarking on that project. So many other things are going on. When you look at what is happening in the agricultural sector, especially, both the cultivating of land as well as, animal rearing. A lot is going on that we actually, revolutionize the agricultural sector in Nigeria. I was listening, and there is this guy in the north talking about, all along what the cattle rearers have been focusing on is the meat and not the milk aspect. And, he was saying that the milk aspect is even far, far more rewarding, more profit-oriented than looking at the meat aspect. Because he said when you look at the north, most families have cattle, and, it's a form of wealth saving for them. But it's not just, you have these 100, 200, 300 cattle. If you're actually making the female cattle that just, give birth, you will make much more money doing that than just looking towards when you are going to sell the whole cattle as a meat. So, and a lot is going on. He said that there are so many centers across the north now, especially in the eastern part of the north, where, they have the bank. Because he said that within 2 hours, if milk that, what's it called, that has been milked is not, dairy that has been milked is not gotten to appropriate place, it might be a problem. So, he had put so many facilities in place, and, they have so many banks where they are taking care of those things. And he said it's leading to a lot of profit for the cattle farmers, especially in the eastern part of the northern Nigeria.
Opportunities, doctor. Now, we know that this agriculture in Nigeria is a very big sector, a booming sector. So what opportunities does Nigeria's agricultural revolution present for businesses across the entire food chain? Like, because we know it's not just with farmers harvesting crops, and the crops are harvesting their produce and then taking it to the market to be sold. There's more to it than that. So what opportunities does this present for businesses, those who are into agriculture, those who are into the farming, those who are also into the packaging of these food items, those who are into also selling the food items? So what opportunities abound for them?
Let me take an example and speak towards the rice business. You can see when the former president, President Buhari, they did a lot of investment in rice farming. Some of it is the rice mills, and we can see what is happening in that market for now.
We know Nigeria has the potential to be not just to adequately feed her population, but also to be a global exporter of food. So now what opportunities does this present for businesses in Nigeria, from the farmers who are harvesting the products, selling it to the traders, and traders to another set of traders that will take it to the market, and packaging also? We know there are lots of businesses that will generate from this. So what opportunities exist? Can you expatiate further?
Actually, I was talking about the rice, what the last government did when it comes to the investment that they have done into the rice market. I just speak on the rice. I will also go into other areas. But with the rice, we can see what is happening in the market today. Nigeria has banned importation of rice in Nigeria. And we can see the effects of that on the economy. People are not happy because the price of rice now is so expensive. And, in fact, some people are agitating that government needs to open the border to, sort of bring about ease, to the Nigerians. And when I see people like that, I used to engage them that it's like you don't really understand what is happening, because what you are saying is that we should use a temporary relief to destroy a long-term benefit. Because the moment the government should open the border and allow importation of imported rice in the country, so many people that have gone into rice farming, they got their hands burnt. And what they will do is they will simply, run away from the business. And what will happen is all the rice mills that the last government have invested on will just become an emolument, because the moment people are not planting rice, those rice mills will have nothing to do. And at the end of the day, they will close down, or, just what is happening to Ajakuta Steel that has become, moribund. That's what will eventually happen to the rice mill. So we need to ensure that, yes, things are hard now, but it's providing opportunity for as many Nigerians that we want to go into rice farming to actually go into it. So if you are saying that the rice, because if the price of rice is high, it's because the supply of rice is limited. And that provides an opportunity for more people to go into rice farming. So the more people are going into rice farming, the supply will be increasing. And with increase in supply, that is what will bring about, that is what will bring about the reduction in price. Any attempt by governments, to go for short-term relief by opening border will definitely destroy the long-term benefit, for people going into rice farming. So that's one aspect. More people will definitely start going into rice farming when they realize that there is excess profits in there. So you go in, you make your money. So more people, nobody can stop that. More people will go into rice farming and make the profit. So if anybody is complaining now, please don't complain. Instead of you complaining, go into the rice farming. That's the best thing any Nigerian citizen can do concerning rice production. Instead of you complaining, instead of you asking the Nigerian government to open the border, go and plant rice. And with the increase in farmers planting rice, it will definitely lead to, increase in supply that will bring about the reduction in price. So that's one aspect that is, very, very commercial, very, very, profitable now. Anybody that wants to go into farming, once you fulfill the criteria, you have the land where rice can, thrive, please go into rice farming. Then I made mention of some bodies that are, going into milk dairy business in the northern part of Nigeria. That's a good business, and I'm sure they are making it cool. So with that time, so many Nigerians that have cattle, their eyes will be open to the dairy business. And once their eyes is open to it, so many people that are not milking their cow will start doing that. And I'm sure the business itself will soon have competitors, or as well, they themselves will expand and, cover the whole Nigeria, or especially, where we have major cattle in the country, to ensure that, the dairy business is a booming business, is a good business, but, it entails some capital investment to ensure that as you are milking the cow, they don't become contaminated before they receive the treatment that they need to. So there are so many avenues that people can make it in agricultural sector. It is, it is not something that can be achieved overnight. It's a long process, but what matters is we're already on the right track, and it's just a matter of time before we see so many other avenues that are going to come out, in the near future, that will bring about a revolutionized system in the agricultural sector in Nigeria.
Thank you for that, Dr. Ajuwon. Okay, now let's talk about the revolution, actually. We know that technology has changed a lot of things in this country. Starting from the 21st century, what we had in the past is not the same anymore. I mean, we can be in the comfort of your home and you can call a relative or a friend in the US or in the UK. So technology has played a very crucial role in different walks of life. Now in agriculture, we know that recently we've seen the introduction of mobile apps that can be used by farmers, that can be used by traders at the markets for, and also in partnership with NIMET, Nigeria Meteorological Agency, to actually know the weather and to know the right season to plant it. So could you go further into this area, how technology has impacted on agriculture and how it has also been a blessing to, I would say, to participants in this industry?
When it comes to technology, technology is the greatest weapon that is revolutionizing agriculture all over the world. And in Nigeria, we are not left out. One area, I will first want to speak about is the credit facilities as well as, inclusiveness in the financial market for especially people in the rural areas. Now, you can easily send money from any part of the world to Nigeria, using so many means that are available now. And not just from all over the world, even within Nigeria. Now, in fact, many people don't go to banking all again because most of the things they can do in the banking, or they can as well, use any of the digital platform that is available, to actually fulfill, those financial transactions without getting to the banking. There is this body called, I want to remember their name, that are, there is a body that partner with IIT, I can't remember the name now. And, they are training over 40,000 Nigerians in Lagos, Kaduna, and Kano. The IITA will provide the skill, and that financial digital platform will provide the credits. And there is a lot of platforms, all over the country that are doing that. I think it's not Money Point. I can't remember the name of the body now. But even when you look at all these financial tech, the fintech, the Money Points, the OPay, the PalmPay, it's making it easy to send credit across, the globe, across Nigeria, rural areas and all those things. You can send money, you can receive money, you can, there are so many, credit facilities. We have I'm trying to remember their name now. None is coming to my brain, but I am sure we have so many of them that, you can easily borrow money, without you, having any issues, without having any, what I want to say is without you having any, my words are missing me now. I don't know why my brain is freezing. But you can get credit facilities.
Yes, I totally understand your point. Okay, you were saying something. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Yes, I was saying that there are so many credit facilities now that can keep farmers going. They need credit to actually keep their running expenses for their business. There are so many platforms available now for them to do that.
Oluseye Ajuwon. So in conclusion, we know that Nigeria's agricultural revolution, it involves a lot of innovation and determination, and with private partnership from the private and the public sector, all of this can be achieved to make Nigeria a booming agricultural country. So thank you so much for joining us this morning on Market Insights, Dr. Ajuwon, and we look forward to having you again on the program.
Thank you for having me. And
today, Tuesday, 30th April. Let's see the selling rates for the naira against the dollars, the pound sterling, and the euro this morning. How it's faring this morning. We had some figures yesterday, but we don't know whether it's going to be the same set of figures this morning. So for this morning, the selling rate, the dollar is selling at 1,010 naira. That's at the official Central Bank of Nigeria rates, 1,010 naira to $1. And at the parallel markets, it's 1,350 naira to $1. The pound sterling is 1,285 pounds sterling to 1,285 naira to 1 pound sterling, and at the parallel market is 1,620 naira to 1 pound sterling. At the euro, it's 1,101 naira to 1 euro, and in the parallel market, it's 1,430 naira to 1 euro. So those are our money market figures this morning. That's what is showing us this morning, and the figures have changed from what we saw yesterday. So thank you so much for watching Market Insight this morning. First of all, my first guest, Adedamola Oladipo, as he highlighted continuous patronage of our locally manufactured building materials, and it's definitely boosts our economy when we do this. And my second guest, Dr. Oluseye Ajuwon, as he talks about Nigeria's agricultural revolution, and when we stand to gain, it will definitely improve this country for the better. Thank you very much for watching Market Insight this morning. I am your host, Lovina Emma.